Okay, hello and good morning. Let's take a look at this bell work here. Now pay attention because we're actually going to be starting a new chapter today. All this is on the EOC, so learn it now. We talked about two lines intersecting at a point. One point, that's right here. This upper angle and this bottom angle are called vertical, and vertical angles are always equal, okay? So you're going to say 3x minus 47 is equal to 2x plus 8. You're going to draw a line. Now these are on separate sides, so you can't add them up. But what you can do is get rid of the smaller one here. So you want to subtract 2x from both sides by the subtraction property. And so you get this. And then what you want to do is add 47, and then you should be done. When you do that, I think that's 55. You can check it on your calculator. So that is what x is equal to. But to find the angles, you got to substitute into either one of these. I think this one's easier. So I'm going to scratch out the x and put 2 times 55, which I think is 110, plus 8. So I'm going to say each angle measures 118 degrees. And there it is. And that's how you do that. And that's how you find all. 118, 118, and x is 55. Pretty easy, actually. This one right here now, these are not equal to each other. They could be if this ray here was a bisector, but it's not. So look at that box. Excuse me. Color this box in. Every box here means 90 degrees. So what you're going to do is take this one plus this one and set it equal to 90 degrees. So x plus 4 is the upper angle, plus 20 is equal to 90 degrees. Do you know what that is? Is that called complementary or supplementary? You go ahead and decide. Anyway, you're going to add that up and you're going to get x plus 24 is equal to 90, and then you're going to subtract 24 from both sides. Now, I don't know, that's 80, 76, I think. Okay, you can check it. So x is 76, but to find the angle here, you could either take 90 minus 20, which is easier, and get 70 degrees. So the upper angle is 70 degrees, and the bottom angle is 20. And if you add that up, you get 90 degrees, which is that box. And that's how you do it. You could substitute. You could put 76 here plus 4. Is going to give you 70. Now let me think about that. 7, 8, 9. So this should be 66. All right, let me just double check that. So we'll get out the trusty calculator. Or maybe not. Okay, so we're going to take 90. That's going to be 8, 10. That's going to be a 6. And 6, 7, 8. So it's 66 on that one, okay? All right, let's keep moving. This one right here is a line. Every line is half a circle, so that's 180 degrees, and that is supplementary. The other one was complementary. So that one there is complementary, if you said that, and this one is supplementary because it adds up to 180. So you're going to take this plus this. They're certainly not equal. So you're going to take 3x plus 6 plus 2x is equal to Superman, or supplementary 180. This gives me 5x plus 6 is equal to 180. Now I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides, so I get 5x is equal to whatever that is. I think it's 174. And then I'm going to divide by 5 and use your calculator, and you got what x is. And then you got to plug it back in. I think someone used my calculator yesterday. It's way over here. Let's see. Nope, actually that's somebody else's. All right, here is a calculator. I don't know if it's the same one, but that's okay. So I'm going to take 174, clear it out, 174 divided by 5. Make sure you put your name on your calculators, okay? So 174 divided by 5, and I get 34.8 is what I get on that. So x is 34.8, and then to figure out the angles, you would multiply 2 times this, and then you would do 3 times that, plus 6. And that's how you do that, okay? All right, so let's talk about now inductive reasoning is what we did yesterday. Remember, inductive reasoning, put away your bell work, copy this down. Inductive reasoning is where you look for patterns, okay? And you come up with a hypothesis. And the hypothesis could be false. Now look at this one. This one is decreasing here, and it's not decreasing by a certain number. Like here to here, it's decreasing by 3, but here to here is decreasing by 2. So it's not the same number, okay? Now, I'll make that just a shade bigger. Okay, so since it's not a same number, you must be multiplying by something. So 9 times what is going to equal 6? And to solve that equation, you divide by 9, and then you reduce this. 3 goes into 6 twice. 3 goes into 9 3. So it should be 2/3, and I'll prove it to you. Take 4 times 2/3. Put a 1 under here, and that gives me 8/3, which is the next number right here. So to figure out the next number after that, you would take 8/3 times 2/3. So the next number would be 16/9. This is number 11 in the workbook from yesterday, and I wanted to go over that one. All right, so let's get off of that now. We're going into a new lesson here, 2.1, and you can use that same sheet of paper. Draw this diagram here. All right, so what we're talking about here is parallel lines. So put 2 arrows on here like this, and that means those lines are parallel. Okay, this is your transversal. So put transversal. Okay, all right, so let's work this. Now there are certain angles you need to know, or groups of angles. One of them you already know is vertical. And vertical angles are always equal. So like 1 and 3 are vertical, and they're congruent. So 1 and 3, 2 and 4 are equal, and they're vertical. 5 and 7, 6 and 8. Those are all vertical angles, and those pairs are equal. Okay? All right, the next one is, let me think here. There's so many of them. We'll do alternating interior. Copy that down. Alternating interior. Well, the interior is anything in between the parallel lines, kind of like an Oreo cookie. So these are your interior angles. Alternating means it goes across the transversal. So there's my transversal, and it's kind of fat, and I'm looking for something skinnier, and I don't see it. So I'll make this line a different color. So look at that line, that's your transversal. So if it's going to alternate, it's going to jump across it. So 4 and 6 are alternating interior. So put 4 and 6, and 3 and 5. Those are called alternating interior. The next one would be alternating exterior. So alternating exterior would be like on the outside, but going across that pink line. So it'd be 1 and 7, and 2 and 8. Okay, those are your alternating interior and alternating exterior. You need to know those. So try to memorize them. The sooner you do, the better off you are. All right, the next one is corresponding. So write this down, corresponding angles. Corresponding angles is top, top, and bottom, bottom. Write that down. This is how you're going to remember it. Okay? So if you look at this line here, these are on the top. And on the bottom would be those right there. Okay, so top, top, bottom, bottom. So 1 is on the top, and so is 5. So those are corresponding, top, top. These are on the bottom, 4 and 8. So top, top would be 1 and 5. Bottom, bottom would be 4 and 8. Okay, what about this other side of the line? What's top, top over there? Top, top would be 2 and 6. And bottom, bottom would be 3 and 7. Make sure you understand that. These are all pairs of angles, and we'll talk about their relationship in a minute, but we need to learn what they are. Okay? Let me see what else we have. Of course, there's supplementary and complementary and adjacent. Adjacent, write this down, adjacent angles are angles side by side. Like angle 1 is right next to angle 2. You see how they share that ray right there? So angle 1 and 2 are adjacent. Okay? Now there are some other ones. Let me see if I can remember what they are. So give me just a minute. We have alternating interior, corresponding, vertical. We did all of that. Oh, okay. So there's something called same side interior. Write this down. Same side interior. Okay? So if you look, all of these are in the interior. So same side interior would be 3 and 6. And same side of that pink line would be 4 and 5. Those are called same side interior. And then the last one I'm pretty sure is called same side exterior. So same side exterior would be on the same side of that pink line, but it's on the outside, not the inside. So it'd be 1 and 8, and it would be 2 and 7. And I think I gave you all the different types of angles. Now, here's the catcher right here. All right. All of these angles here are all equal if the lines are parallel. So put if parallel lines, then, see this is a conditional, then all of those are equal to each other. Are equal. In other words, 4 is equal to 6. 3 is equal to 5. Now, on these other ones here, the exterior, if it says same side SS, if it says SS, if parallel lines, then SS are supplementary. They're not equal, but they add up to 180, Superman. Okay? So you would say the measure of angle 3 plus the measure of angle 6 would equal 180 degrees. And that's different than these upper ones. And that's only if the lines are parallel. All right, last thing I want to tell you is this. So look up here and watch. We're going to try another one. Okay, it's a lot of stuff here. Draw this diagram. Draw 2 lines. We'll make them parallel. So put double arrows. And then cut it by a transversal. Like that. Okay, let's put some numbers in here. Let's say this is 110 degrees. And then put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, like that. Copy that down. All right, so if this is 110 degrees, this one and this one are vertical, so they're equal. So put 110 degrees. Remember, verticals are always equal. These two are alternating interior, 2 and 4. They alternate across that line right there called the transversal. So these are not equal, but they're supplementary. So that would make this one 70 degrees. Because 70 and 110 makes 180. Okay? And let me take that back. These are alternating interior, and they are actually equal. So scratch that thought and put equal there. This is a line, and every line's worth 180, so this one has to be 70 degrees because it has to add up to 180. Okay, alternating interior are equal. These two are called same side interior, and look at them. They do add up to 180. This one and this one are alternating interior. So there's a lot of different ways, like this one right here is vertical, so that's 110. This one is vertical, so that's 70. So there's a lot of different ways to find the missing angles. Okay, now it's your turn. Then I'm going to give you your worksheet. So I want you to draw this diagram, make these lines parallel. So put double arrows, and then make your transversal, and then make this one right here 80 degrees. And I want you to find all the missing angles. So copy that down and find all the missing ones. Well, I could go from here to here, alternating exterior, so these are the same. Here's a line, so that's 180, so this one's got to be 110, or a 100 rather, to make 180. These are vertical, so I could say 100 here. These are alternating interior, the lines are parallel, so that would be 100. This is 80, so this is 80 because it's vertical. Okay, if this is 80, this one over here is 80 because it's alternating interior. This one right here, top, has to be the same. Those are corresponding, so that has to be 100. And also it has to add up to that line. So there's a lot of different ways to figure out the missing angles. Today, you're going to have a worksheet. And your worksheet looks like this. Okay? This one right here says identify the corresponding, or identify what they are. This is top. So this would be corresponding right here. I'm going to call that number 1. Those are corresponding. This one right here is alternating exterior. So I would say number 2 for that one. Okay? This one, alternating exterior, would actually be 3. So make that 3. Okay? Rather than writing it out, I'm just saying number 3. This one right here is bottom. That's corresponding. I guess I'll just write it. This one right here is called same side interior. Okay? This one right here is alternating interior. Alternating interior. Okay? This one is alternating exterior. All right? And that's how you work these. You got to figure out what they are. Now your worksheet for today is actually right here. So I want you to go ahead and name what these are, just like we did, and then I want you to fill in all the missing ones. And there's the rest of your worksheet today, okay? And we'll work a few more, all right? Like this one down here, I'll do one more and make it bigger so you can see it. Draw this diagram down here, number 28. Okay, so first you got to ask yourself, are the lines parallel? Yes. What are these 2 angles? And those 2 are actually same side interior, and so they're supplementary, so they add up to 180. So remember, anything with SS, so it's going to be x plus 109 plus x plus 89 is equal to 180. There's the equation. You're going to add up your x's, 2x, you're going to add this up, and then you're going to subtract and divide. That's how you do it. All right, we're going to turn our attention now. Let me make it a little smaller, to MCR. All right, so your bell work is right here. Let's take a look at it. Copy that down. Let's talk about percentages again. Here we go. Got to memorize this formula. What does 3% mean for $1? That means 3 pennies on every $1 bill. Okay? If it's $2, it's 6 pennies. If you get paid $200 and they hold back $21, what percentage is that? Well, the part would be the $21. The whole is the $200. We don't know the percentage, and there's the formula. So we're going to multiply by 100 and then divide by 200. So we're going to take 21 times 100, press equals, and then divide by 200. Whatever you get is your answer. So it's a 10.5% withholding. All right, your worksheet for today is right here. and it's also going to be on canvas. Okay. All right, geometry took a little while today. A lot of stuff to learn there, a lot of different angles. There we go.